Life is a workout, and Smoothie King is here to help you power through. Whether you're grinding out bicep curls, or muscling the couch across the living room, crushing morning miles, or sprinting through back-to-back meetings, Smoothie King has fuel to help you maximize your workouts, own your recovery, and elevate your game. Give your body the energy, protein, and power it needs with a lineup of delicious smoothies made to help you conquer your goals. Only at Smoothie King.
Hi, this is Tawny from the Dirty Bits podcast, and you're listening to Is This Adulting on the Orbital Jigsaw Network.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Is This Adulting, a weekly conversation between two best friends navigating adulthood as overgrown man-children. I'm best friend number one, Stephen Pappas.
And unlike best friend number one, I'm best friend number two, and I did not have to say it multiple times.
Do you have a name?
Oh, I didn't say that part. Sorry, I was too busy insulting you that you messed up the first time or two.
Yeah,
My name's Chris. Hey.
Apparently, we're all making mistakes, Chris.
That's okay.
Yes,
wow.
I did.
That's a beautiful
I did
image,
record the
isn't it,
intro
though?
Twice. What?
Everybody does make mistakes. You know
Everybody
what?
has those days.
Yeah. Who would have thought?
Miley
Cyrus,
for you.
You had it right the whole time.
She always has.
Well,
Oh, even Crazy Miley was my favorite thing. Maybe I'm in the minority on that. I don't know. Also, I don't know why I said minority, like in a weird voice. Anyway, before we keep being weird, listeners, we are going to welcome our guest. We have another awesome guest on the show from the Know Nothing podcast, my personal enemy and, literally the antagonist to my hero as far as podcast canon goes. Eric Garner is here. Hey, Eric.
Look, thank you for having me on. It's such a pleasure to be here among friends with you, Chris, and enemies with you, Stephen.
Yes.
I think I might not understand what's going on.
Okay, so here's what happened. Eric, do you remember our lovely guests, Patrick and Kate from the
Yes.
See Here's the Thing podcast?
Mm-hmm.
Eric went on their podcast 2 weeks before I went on their podcast, and he gave such a stellar guest performance that they literally said, no guest can ever top this. And so I said, to hell with that. I'm going to try. And he sang their theme song. That's how dedicated he was. And I did everything in my power to write lyrics to the theme song, and I just couldn't. So I wrote a very long speech, basically bending the knee and saying that I would swear fealty to their podcast, very Game of Thrones style. And I gave the Game of Thrones oath and everything to them. I became hand of the podcast. He became minstrel. And ever since then, we have had a budding rivalry / romantic relationship online. That is just, everyone's watching. We basically are like the will they, won't they. We're the Ross and Rachel of podcasting.
We are. We really are.
I like this.
Honestly, I don't even know how it happened. It was just such a blur. Like 1 minute, I was on this podcast with lovely people, Kate and Patrick. They just got married this weekend. I saw some pictures. They looked beautiful.
Congratulations.
And then all of a sudden, I was in this fight with a gentleman that I had never met from North Carolina. And as a Canadian, I felt like I needed to say sorry. Which is part of the reason why I'm here. I want to formally apologize if I've ever offended you in any way.
Whoa.
He's formally apologizing for being better than me at podcasting.
Hey, it is in our Canadianity. It is in our Canadian blood.
What a word.
Canadianity.
Canadianity.
Unfortunately, I can't take claim of that one, but yes.
It reminds me of, have you seen the video? Is it really like this up in Canada, Eric? Tell us tales. Have you seen the video of the guy with the bear in his backyard?
Yeah.
Who's
that was
just
awesome,
like,
wasn't it?
Hey, you bear. Like, could you please get out of my yard? Like, please?
Wait, what?
And the bear turns and walks away, and he goes, thank you. I hope you've enjoyed my yard.
What a friendly thing.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. I would say yes, it is like that for sure. I was telling someone else on my show that Canada is like this. Canada is really polite. So like if you go to a store, they'll say please, they'll say thank you. They do say sorry about everything. I'm guilty of it. I say sorry all the time. But we don't want to be your friends. Whereas I feel
I think
like
you told me this on the podcast.
Wait, what?
like I don't want you to come over to my house, but I'll be really friendly to you, but I don't want to be your friend. You know what I mean?
Oh no, this is painted a different picture for me of what Canadians are like.
Betrayal.
It's so I have a story actually. I know
Nice.
this lady. She's from Africa, immigrant to Canada. And she would go to the store and the clerk would be super nice and super friendly. And at the end of their interaction, she would always ask like, "So can I have like your number? Like we're friends now." She took it as like we are friends.
Oh.
And the clerk would be like, "No, like we're not friends. We're just really, really polite, but like don't come over to my house."
Interesting. Okay, so what I'm finding out is apparently that Canadians are very similar to the American South. And that is,
Yes.
you're really, really
Oh,
sweet.
bless her heart.
Yeah, you're really, really sweet, but you actually hate them. Or at least some very,
I wouldn't
not
say
necessarily hate them.
I wouldn't say hate them. A lot of it comes down to, honestly, a lot of it comes down to this. We're so friendly that we don't want to impose. So it's like, like I don't want to be your friend. I don't want to come over to your house because I don't want to be a bother. Because I'm that friendly.
Interesting.
So it's kind of weird. Like I just got back from Hawaii, and in Hawaii, everyone is like, "I'm your friend. Come over. We're eating a meal. Come sit down. Come with us." Right? In Canada, it wouldn't really happen that way, unfortunately.
So this is what I'm imagining. What I'm imagining is me as a middle schooler or high schooler who was awkward and never really read the room correctly of like, wait, is this girl being nice to me? That must mean that she likes me. And so I can just see myself being consistently brokenhearted, thinking that I have these like pretty little Canadian girlfriends that made it weirder than intended. Dang it. Why do I always go there? But I think I got myself a Canadian girlfriend, and then I don't. When I find out that, no, she was just being nice to me.
And now you know my life from 7th grade to high school.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. And see,
It's cruel.
It is cruel.
The southern United States, the South is so ingrained in us growing up here that I don't think anybody would question. I mean, the people that came to the meetup, Sarah and Stacy, they got to see we are exactly who we say we are on this show. Like, we are genuine here. I mean, I curse more in real life, but we're exactly who we say we are. And yet sometimes, every once in a while, that southern thing will get me. It happened not long ago. I was sitting at a restaurant with a friend of mine, and I saw somebody walking across the street that I knew but really didn't want to talk to because I haven't seen in years. And I was like, "Is that?" And they were like, "It is." And I was like, oh God, they're coming in here. Oh God, what? And it immediately shifted to, "Hey."
Oh,
Yeah.
You did it. You did
How
it.
are you?
I feel like
'Cause
we
you
have a
to be
lot of
so
similarities. Canada has a lot of similarities in that way. I think I've had that experience a lot.
Yeah, I think I definitely have to.
Yeah.
Well, we are going to move along here to housekeeping in just a second. But before we do it, do you want to tell everybody just a little bit about your podcast, where they can find you on the interwebs?
Yeah. So the podcast is called the Know Nothing Podcast. It's Know Nothing, all one word. You can find us at knownothingpodcast.com. And basically the whole premise of the show is every single episode, either myself or my guest try something for the first time. And then we talk all about our first experiences. So I actually had Stephen Pappas, our very own, on the show to talk about comic books. He being the comic book guru and me having never read a comic book. And it was an amazing experience. We discuss it, and that episode's actually coming out the day before this one, Wednesday, November the 1st.
Nice.
And yeah, but I mean, we talk about a lot of different topics, from music to positive psychology to books to I wrote a poem for the first time in like ever since like high school, when I wasn't like forced to. that was a really cool experience. I talk about my love of the Cleveland Browns, and I tried to convert my friend into Brownsdom. And
that's an unexpected love to have.
It is weird, but
And a sad
love them
one-sided
nonetheless.
love.
I know
Someone has to, Eric. So I'm glad you're doing that for him.
Thank
That's
you.
such a Canadian thing to do.
It's the
You're being
kind
so
Canadian
polite.
in him.
It is. It all comes down to my Canadian roots. I must love them because I just hate to see them lose. But yeah,
But
no,
they
it's a
can never
great
come to your
show,
house.
and if you come on by, I'm sure you'll love it. So KnowNothingPodcast.com. You can check us out there. I'm on Twitter, Know Nothing Pod, and Facebook. So check me out.
Woo! It's good. Especially that guest that's going to be on the most recent one. He's a stud.
So
Anyway.
good. So good.
Well, it's time for housekeeping. I know Chris is excited. I can see it on his face.
Everyone is jumping up with anticipation.
Yep. It's relatively short housekeeping this week, if that makes sense.
Yeah, now I'm excited.
Yeah, now Chris is just... I'm not going to say that. Anyway, we want to say thanks to Tawny from the Dirty Bits podcast. Oh, it would have worked because I'm going into a Dirty Bits thing. Oh, well. We want to say thanks to Tawny from the Dirty Bits podcast for the audio drop at the beginning of the episode. Remember, if you want to do one of those, you can record it on your phone. All you have to say is, hey, this is your best friend and your name from wherever you're from. And you're listening to Is This Adulting? And we will tack it on the beginning of the show.
Hey, Stephen, we should practice it. Hey, Eric.
Yeah.
Why don't you model for everyone else what it's like to do a little bumper at the beginning? So everyone can hear it and go, "Oh yeah, I can do that too." Let's hear your best, very Canadian voice when you say it. Okay.
Oh, the thing is, I don't do a good Canadian accent.
All right.
Although
what
I'm sure
what
I
accent
just
do you
have
do?
one naturally.
How about this? Can you do a Southern accent?
No, I don't want to offend. You're putting me on the spot, but I will do the bumper. Are you ready?
Okay, let me hear it.
And I don't know. Hi, this is Eric Garner from the Know Nothing podcast, and you're listening to Is This Adulting?
Yeah.
He was so close, but you forgot best friend.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Failure. God, this sound effect thing should have ended last week, but it's back.
Oh, I love it. I loved it.
Well, get ready because it's going to be all sound effects all the time.
Extra
sound like-
points for singing the ending song, though.
Oh, yeah, you should.
You do.
Yeah, I
You
was
do.
very impressed with that.
The collection is out there right now, just like we got to sign this guy.
They do. I actually went and checked them out. I really enjoyed their albums. So
Yeah.
They're really great.
thank you for the recommendation. As
Hey,
one
I'm
music lover, to I'm sure 2 others. So
Nope, hate music. All right, well, tickets are still on sale, by the way, everybody, for the November 11th live show in Washington, D.C. at DC Podfest. It's $20 a ticket, and that will get you in to see us, the Karen and Ellen letters, and a segment they're calling 7 Minutes in Hell, which is where indie podcasts come up and they have 7 minutes to pitch their podcast to a panel of judges and just see what happens.
oh no.
I'm not doing it. I'm very
So
glad
if,
we're only doing
yeah.
a live show.
If you have very little confidence, don't do that.
Yeah,
Please.
if you need to be like comforted, I'm not sure that that's going to be the best thing for you, but our show will be. And we actually have a surprise guest who will be joining us for our show, so I'll keep you all in suspense.
It's a dog.
It is. It's my dog. It's Ghost. He's
No,
going to
no.
play the game with us.
I love your dog, but no. He's too big for that.
He'd eat all the pancakes.
He would.
And you can get tickets to that at dcpfliveshows.brownpapertickets.com. I think there's still some available. We're also having a meetup that weekend with the cast of the Karen and Ellen letters on the day before, which is Friday, November the 10th, at the All Souls Bar in Washington, D.C. That'll be at 6 p.m. So come by, say hey, check us out. Come for the Karen and Ellen letters, stay for the 2 sad guys in the corner.
Oh, yeah.
Well, with all that being said, we are going to start off this week just like we do every week with a mental health check-in. So, Chris, how you been this week?
It's actually, in all seriousness, it has been a horrible week. It has been such a bummer. I don't know why Steven is being a jerk right now.
No, I'm cheering because we are kindred souls.
Okay, there we go. it's very interesting how I've talked about this before, but you can find yourself having a couple really good weeks in a row, and things are kind of starting to feel like they're going in the right direction, and then something can just make you spiral back down. And as anyone who listens to the show has known, I've been kind of dealing with health stuff, and I think I've just been kind of coming to grips a little bit with a lot of this health stuff has to do with the severe amount of anxiety that I still have, and I'm trying to recover from just a really rough last couple of years. And I'm just starting to realize how, I don't know if any of you know what I'm talking about this, but it's amazing how you can honestly think that you're not anxious, but then you realize that you have been anxious. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like your brain can trick you. And that's kind of how I've been. Like, I thought I was doing well, and then I'm starting to realize, like, my body's saying, nope, way to trick yourself, but you can't trick me. And so I just, this weekend in particular, for no real reason, I just found myself being really sad. And I was able to spend some time with friends, and it definitely helped, but it was one of those type of just stints of sadness where being around people helped make it not go too bad, but it didn't necessarily fix the issue. I just was kind of quiet and hung out. And as anyone who has listened to this podcast knows, me and quiet usually aren't two words that are used even in the same like paragraph, let alone sentence. And it's probably a pretty strange thing to just see me be really quiet and just, I don't know. So luckily today's been better, and I've been looking forward to being able to record today. Just because, I don't know, I've just not had much inspiration. I mean, that's the best way I can, really say. It's just, it sucked. And it's the worst part is when it sucks and you don't know why. Because and maybe not everyone is, but I'm definitely a personality that likes to try and fix things. And so if it has something to do with me in particular, I try and fix everyone else's stuff too, and I have to constantly be reminded, calm down. That's not your role. Let them go through their process. But so it's when it's me, I'm ready to like fix me all day long. You know what I'm saying? Like, just get it all fixed. And when you don't know where to even begin, it kind of is hard. So I've gone through a rough week. That is true. But I'm just trying to stay positive and, just take one day at a time. That seems to be the only thing that's kind of helped. And random thing that's been kind of fun. A couple of my friends got me and my wife into Minecraft, which I know sounds crazy because Minecraft has been around for forever. But I've never really been interested in it. And then surprisingly, it's actually coming at a really good time. Have you ever seen a lot of adults, not just kids, but a lot of adults color? It's like a really therapeutic thing for them. And it's been,
I do that.
I've tried it before, and it's okay for me, but it hasn't worked completely well. But this has been really therapeutic, just building something, and it's somewhat mind numbing, but it's also, you're able to build something and it feels like a small win, and when you're looking for a win, sometimes just knocking down a tree and then building a stupid little house can make you feel better. Or in my case, I took my favorite soccer team and I'm currently building an entire soccer stadium. So that's pretty obnoxious, but it's actually been really therapeutic. So that's the one thing.
Are you actually mining the resources?
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. I put it on like God mode and just build things the whole, to the sky, and it calms me down so much.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing. That, and my wife got lost one time when we were trying to do it, so I had to build a huge 700-foot wall, and then I covered the whole thing with torches before she finally was able to find me, and then she accidentally dropped lava on top and became just literally a 700-foot lava pole that we can't really get rid of now. So yeah, it's been fun. There's been a lot of crazy stuff going on in the German household. Not really, but at least it's been making me feel good. So I'll stop talking. Eric, how's your week been?
My week has been actually pretty good.
Good, man.
I think I was telling you before we came on, I've been taking a break from social media. And that has really just helped me to kind of center my life and kind of find balance in it. I just find I'm the happiest when I have balance in my life.
Mm.
Maybe to the detriment of other things, like being super successful at my job or whatever. But just when I have balance, that's when I'm the happiest. And so I kind of cut out social media, and I've been doing that for a couple months now and just really focusing on other things. And it's been really great experience for me. So yeah, no, this week has been great. I'm sitting here talking with you guys. So, I mean, this is like the cherry on top, really. Halloween's tomorrow. I've got a 2-year-old that's dressing up as Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. So she's excited, very excited. So yeah, I do have a quick question
for you.
Yeah.
Okay. So as a parent, me and Steven are not parents.
Okay.
As a parent, every single year at Halloween, I think about this, and this should probably be a whole topic in itself at some point. But how do you feel about just taking your kids to random people's house and they just give them free stuff?
I don't hate it.
Is it weird?
No, because I'm going to eat it. So
okay, that's true.
I mean, at this point in her life, she's 2. And so the way we're doing it is we're basically just going to like grandparents' houses and close friends.
Okay, that's a good point.
Things like that. She's 2, so she's going to tuck her out pretty quick. We might do like our immediate neighbors that we know, and then that's basically it. So we're not doing a lot of trick or treating tomorrow, but it will be fun.
Can I admit something to y'all?
Yeah.
So Halloween will have already happened by the time that this comes out, but me and my wife are like hardcore considering just like turning out all the lights up front and just kind of hiding, just because I don't want to even get candy because I know I'm going to eat the majority of the candy, and I don't want to just go and get the random crappy candy that we want to eat, because then it's just, you feel bad because you're like, here's a bunch of it, but I know that you don't want it and I know that we don't want it either. And so part of us, because our dog also freaks out whenever like people come to the door, we're considering just like hiding in the back and just hoping that no one sees us, which I feel really bad about.
I think for like the first 3 years of our marriage, that's what we did. Me and my wife.
Okay,
we just hid out in the basement and turned off all the lights because we were too cheap. We were going to school at the time. I can justify this, okay, people? Get off my back.
Hey, I can't, except for I don't want to eat the candy, and I will eat it all.
That's fair.
Well, that makes you feel better. Good.
Yeah.
Well, Steven, you seem to suggest that you've also had a rough week. Is that true?
Well, no one sent me a negativity. Nobody sent me a negative. God, I can't say negativity, dude. I'm exhausted.
Okay,
no one sent me
Steven,
a negativity
just wait.
corner jingle.
As minstrel of the See Here's the Thing pod, I feel it is my duty to help you out. Are you ready?
All right, here we go.
Dun-dun-dun-dun. This is Steven Pappas. He's your best friend. Dun-dun-dun-dun. Every week he is in Negativity Corner. Ba-dum-dum.
I like it.
Can we say that you just you took something and made it beautiful?
Oh, it didn't rhyme though. Points off.
No, it didn't.
Points off for no
real
rhyme.
Poetry doesn't need to rhyme.
That's right. I learned that in my poetry podcast episode.
All right, sorry,
shameless
Steven.
plug. No.
Yeah, we don't need that. We don't need to take any more. Sorry. Please share with us.
Yeah, no, I've just not been good. I'm exhausted, if you can't tell. You may be able to hear it in my voice, listeners. I'm turning it on. I'm turning it on for y'all. But I've slept like maybe 7 hours in 4 days. So I'm just like way out of it, and it's starting to affect me in a not pleasant way. Sure. But guess what I found out it's time for after we recorded our last episode?
What?
It's time for another meds adjustment.
Nice.
Again. I don't want to do it again, man.
Jeez.
I'm really frustrated. I have to up.
Oh, you actually are adjusting. Oh, I thought you were just giving us an update. Okay.
No, yeah, it's time for another. No, it's not an update. It's a new meds adjustment.
All right, sorry, man.
Doing that again. Same drug, just upping the dose. And then I'm not getting off of the ones I want to get off of until after December because she refuses to take me off of them entering the holidays for the first holiday season after losing my dad, even though I want to be off it. So I'm frustrated with that, and it's just been a roller coaster of a week, and it's put me in a real bad spot, and I don't talk to people about it. I put on a really good, I'm just like spilling my guts on the podcast. Here we go, guys. No, I'm like a really good at pretending that I'm all good, be it on the podcast or on social media or on whatever. I'm really good at pretending that I'm doing all right, but I'm not doing all right. And it's to the point that I held it in until I exploded on one of my friends this morning. And that friend is wonderful and loving, but also very tough loving, and basically exploded back on me and said, "You're being a child. You're being shitty, and you need to learn to own when you're not upset rather than ignore it and bottle it up. You need to talk to somebody, because if you don't, then you're just wallowing in it and not accepting progress. You're not moving forward if you're just going to sit there and say, oh, well, I'm not going to talk to somebody because X, Y, Z. Because that's all I do is make excuses for reasons not to talk to people. And so I've been toughing it out for everybody else, not dealing with my own stuff. And it just reached a boiling point. And so, yeah, I'm not doing great. I'm tired. I'm exhausted mentally. I'm exhausted physically. Just got to get through the next couple days, hopefully, and I can get some rest. But yeah, it's been rough. I will say the bright spot of all of it has been the most exhausting thing physically to me and mentally. But was also the best part of this last week was I got to spend one 15-hour day and one 14-hour day with 40 of my wife's students. And it was amazing. It was great. Parts of it were miserable. Parts of it were awesome. But she's got a great group of kids. And, I mean, you know this about me. It's why I volunteer with youth. And I volunteer with different groups of young adults. Like, I have a special place, like, in my heart for, like, that age group. And, like, helping them and talking to them and, like, being a part of their lives. And so, for me, that was really fulfilling in a good way. It was exhausting, but it was fulfilling. I actually probably my topic next week will be relating to that. And just some observations I've made, both serious observations, kind of like you did with Disney World, sure. Both serious observations and some funny ones that I've realized being a grown adult now, chaperoning a high school trip instead of being on a high school trip.
Oh gosh.
So I've made some interesting observations, so I will probably bring those to the table next week. But yeah, no, overall not in a good spot. I'm trying. I got a fire lit under my ass today that I need to actually move forward. So I'm going to try, but, it's not always that easy.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited to hear updates on, what the conversation today with your friend will like lead towards,
Yeah, hopefully something good.
Cool.
Because it's one of those, I've got two directions I can go in, and I can't go much further in the other direction. So I need to pull up on the gears while I can. So I'm going to do that. But I'm going to push forward. We'll see what happens. We'll see how the meds adjustment goes, and we'll see how being with Chris Grimmett for a whole weekend in Washington, D.C. will be. But before we we're going to talk about that. But
it's going to be real good.
Before we get into that, as always, if you have a mental health check-in you'd like to share or an idea of how we can encourage you throughout the week, email us over at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com, or you can join the Is This Adulting Best Friends on Facebook. If you do email us something and you want it read on the show, just let us know it's okay to read it on the show, and we will read it confidentially. I actually have a couple of new ones, but we're going to save those for next week. I try to read those on weeks when we don't have a guest, in the interest of time and respecting our guest, just so that we can actually devote as much time as we can to definitely hearing and offering our take to the listeners. So we will have one next week. Also, I've been so exhausted that I didn't put show notes together till about 5 minutes before the show. So,
hey, that's
sorry,
all right. Dude. We're like 30 minutes in. Can you believe that?
Yeah, we are, and it's gonna be maybe Eric will be the one to break the record.
The new crown.
man, every podcast I come on, I like break records. I set new things. I'm bringing my A game for this episode today.
This
I'm
Chris going
seriously-
to podcasting. God,
I've been thinking about it all day. I'm ready.
Perfect.
All right. Well, Chris, do you wanna mention what we're gonna talk about today? Because it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, sure. So I didn't know if you were done with your sentence or if you were gonna keep going. There was a fun pause there, so I just figured I would.
No,
give you the space.
I'm just thinking forward to the future of how our friendship ends in the next couple weeks.
Okay. So, all right. I just want to talk about. So, we've still got another episode before this happens. Well, actually, the episode will be coming out the day that we're actually traveling, and so that's why I wanted to. That's why I wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit in advance. And that's just road trips. So, me and Stephen will be going on a road trip. We'll be going to DC, which I'm excited about. But it just started to make me think more generally about. I think everyone has been on a road trip at some point in their life, whether that is, an hour somewhere or whether it's across the whole country or, wherever it might be. They've had a really long road trip, maybe even one of those long family road trips that it's good for parts and it's horrible for others. So I just kind of wanted to talk more broadly about road trips. I want to kind of hear what are some of the things that you'll like, some of the things that you don't like. What are some of the things that you wish you could do right now that you only really get to do on a road trip? Just really anything. I just wanted to hear some of your thoughts. So who wants to go first?
Yeah, I'll jump in.
Let's hear
First
it.
of all, I think the key to a good road trip is everyone on the road trip has an assignment. Okay. You got the driver. That is probably the most important assignment. Okay.
Yes.
Just get us there safely. Please don't kill us.
Yes.
Okay.
But
But then-
I think I would agree.
Front seat, you have the DJ. In my opinion, second most important assignment.
Sure.
You got to have good road trip tunes. 'Cause seriously, that can kill a road trip, not having the proper tunes.
No one wants a road trip where Enya's playing.
No.
No offense to Enya, but
Nothing-
I don't necessarily think that's the best road trip music.
And now I know exactly what I will be buying the entire discography of for our road trip to Washington, D.C.
What if we're just completely silent listening to Enya?
Oh, so cruel.
We'll live stream it.
Oh, that sounds like the worst. And then I think the third most important, arguably maybe the most important, is the back seat has to distribute the snacks.
Oh.
Road trip snacks, key, crucial to a good road trip.
Yep.
We
Agreed.
could dive in on just road trip snacks. My opinion, peanut M&Ms. That's like my go-to. That's a heavy
I know
hitter.
I liked you, Eric.
I'm more of a cracker guy myself. I like
Okay.
I like something a little bit more savory. And the reason why is because you can eat more and you don't feel as bad as quick as if you eat a lot of candy.
Okay, that's fair.
That's more of what it is. And I and my wife is the same way. We can kind of sometimes tend to be a little bit car sick depending on what type of, drive it is. And so because of that, it's like trying to I don't know why Steven's giving me super creepy ass.
I'm going to make you really car sick.
Okay, now he's just trying to. This has become all the things that he can do to make it be a bad car trip for me.
Taking notes.
But yeah, so for me, I think it'd be savory. So I'm actually glad you brought something up. So I wasn't expecting to talk about this, but so you talked about the roles that each person in the car play. And I want to hear your thoughts on a very controversial topic when it comes to road trips. And that is the idea of falling asleep while the driver is driving. Are you pro or against falling asleep? I want to hear your thoughts.
Here's how I feel. You got to gauge the type of road trip it is. If it's
Okay.
a long distance haul, then I'm pro it. The most ideal road trip, if you can swing it, if it's feasible, is to have 4 people. And the fourth person's role is to sleep so that they can then take over
Yes.
for role number 1, right?
Okay.
If you're doing like really long haul. If you're only doing, this brings me to another Canada point.
Ooh, Canadian road trip fact.
I think that Canadians, the way they talk about driving somewhere, they always talk in hours. Whereas I feel Americans talk mostly in miles. So it's like,
you know what?
We're going on this trip. It's 600 miles away. Whereas Canadians will be like, we're going on this trip. It's 5 hours away.
That is so interesting. And no,
See, I do time.
Do you do time? I feel like for the most part, most of the Americans I talk to talk in distance, not in time.
I would agree with that. I mean, all the time, even like most of the people I know will be like, yeah, that's like 10 miles away or something. And it drives me crazy because I don't care about how many miles away. I want to know minutes. I want to know hours.
Yeah.
I want to know days if need be. So I'm in the exact same boat as you.
That's the only way we talk about like a road trip. We only talk about time.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I live in Alberta. Everything here is really spread out. So the next biggest city is 2 hours away.
Okay.
And so driving longish distances is not really a thing for me. So if I was doing that trip 2 hours, I would definitely stay awake as a courtesy to the driver, as like I got your back.
Yeah.
I'm here. But if it's a long roadie, then you got to have someone sleeping.
Okay.
I've just done some quick research.
Yeah.
We're looking at 6 hours and 9 minutes
All right.
from us to Washington, D.C. for this show.
Okay.
So I'm going to let you know ahead of time. That is not an acceptable distance for you to sleep. 6 hours is not that much to ask for you to stay awake.
All right. So here's my question for you.
My
both
wife
then.
falls asleep after 20 minutes of any trip.
So my question is this. So let's say it's a car full of people. Everyone else is asleep. You're the only other person besides the driver that is still awake.
Yeah.
Do you go to sleep? Yes or no?
No, it's
No.
your responsibility to stay awake and keep the driver company.
Yeah. You got to have at least 2 people awake at all times.
Okay.
Which
That is
sucks
what I
for
was
a
hoping.
2-person drive, right?
That's what I was hoping you were going to say, because anytime I rarely sleep in the car. Not because I don't want to, but because so often other people take advantage of that kindness and they fall asleep, and I refuse to ever leave a man behind. And so because of that,
Woman.
like I said, I mean, that's why I kind of consider myself, whether or not I'm in the passenger side seat or not, I consider myself like my main job is to keep the atmosphere in this car hopping at all times so that no one gets so sleepy that we're in danger, because it's a lot to ask the driver.
Yeah. Agreed.
Especially those
Agreed.
really long ones, or when you're coming back from a trip and everyone's exhausted. Those are the
Yes.
worst ones. Okay,
That's
good.
the worst.
That makes me feel better, because I was just wondering, because I have people in my life too that they'll fall asleep and you're just being like, what are you doing? How cruel could you be right now?
Now, I've learned we do differ in opinion on one thing. I don't think the the person in the passenger seat is the DJ. I think they're the navigator.
They're the navigator.
I just
Yeah,
feel
they
like
give me
with-
directions, because the thing is,
Welcome to
Oh, Chris.
2017.
Yeah. I just
We
feel
have
like with
GPSs.
GPS, it's
oh, Christopher, it's going to become an interesting trip. Because since the anxiety has taken hold, I have very specific stints of trips that I can only listen to certain things, or else I will have an anxiety attack. So, like, Katie has just learned I'm in control. So what an interesting trip it shall be.
Wait, then why would you want to be in control of the directions?
No, the directions don't bother me. It's what, like, my brain is processing. It's the music and the podcast or whatever I'm listening to is what causes my, like, stress level to either be high or low.
What? No, and that's fine, but I'm confused. What does that have
We're
to
going
do
to get
with?
in that car, and Chris
what
is
does that
going to
have
be
to do
like,
with
I'm
navigating?
DJ, and we're going to have a problem.
Oh, I don't care. Well, here's
no,
the
that's
actual,
fine. In a 2-person scenario, those roles can be reversed or swapped. In that instance,
This will be a 3-person scenario. Surprise, Chris. Actually, you knew that already.
Yeah, well, actually, I mean, what's funny about the whole thing is, so I always mess up car rides anyway, and that's because, like, I listen to music, but I am notoriously known for having very long road trips where you don't even listen to anything because we're having a conversation the whole time. And I'm not saying I'm proud of that. I even acknowledge I'm totally being that guy sometimes. And the person's just like, give me a freaking break. I'll listen to Enya instead of listening to you right now, Chris. Like I know that I am that person, but the fact is I am. Like, seriously, I have gone on, like, Steven, you're saying 6 hours? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, 6 hours.
6
9
hours
minutes. Plus
is
driving in the city and stuff. I'm assuming we're looking at about 7 hours.
Fine, 7 hours. 7 hours is a completely normal experience for me to totally never listen to music in the whole time.
Oh, no, thank you.
And like I said, often I'll do it without meaning to. And it'll be a combination of sometimes serious, sometimes goofy, sometimes in between. Just talk about everything. I guess that leads into my other question I wanted to ask. Your thoughts, both of you in general, about long, like, road conversations.
I love it, honestly.
You were shaking your head. I thought it was going to be like, hate it.
Music
I love
here.
it. It's so good. I mean, I've had some of the best conversations of my life on the road. I think it's just because you're forced into that situation. You're in small confines. You can't not talk. It's kind of weird.
I intend to ride in full silence.
But no, I mean, the car conversation is so good. I think the music is definitely secondary to the conversation. There comes a point, especially in a long road trip. So I have family in Utah. That's about a 12-hour drive for me. So there comes a point where conversation's done.
Sure.
It's done.
That's true.
Now it's
That's
music
true.
time. It's got to happen.
And that I'm cool with. There's a point where even I, believe it or not, would prefer to not talk and just relax. So that's fair. That's the main thing, because I'm in the same boat with you, though, of where when I think back about some of my most enjoyable conversations, they've been in cars. You know, and there's just something like really hypnotic of just you're on a long stint of road, and you know you're going to be in there for multiple hours, and you're just able to have serious conversations in a way that it's just weird that you wouldn't have had if you were just hanging out and you had the ability to watch something on TV or you're out to eat somewhere. It's just a different experience. So, I mean, I'm with that. Steven, you seem like you have an opinion.
No. I mean, I do have an opinion. I mean, I'm fine with that. I'm good with conversations. I joke a lot. Like I was trying to come up with some sort of joke about how there's going to be all sorts of news all over the Facebooks about how Is This Adulting broke up on stage at DC Podfest because they couldn't handle it after the road trip. But I mean, a lot of what we talk about on the show is stuff we used to talk about riding around in the car.
Yeah, you're also
sometimes
describing
it
it
was
as if we
ridiculous, sometimes
have
it
never
wasn't.
been on a road trip together.
Yeah,
by the way.
exactly. I mean, we've been on many trips together in the car, whether it be for 2 hours or 5 or 6 hours. I still remember riding to the beach with you. I don't remember why, but we did and we stayed for 30 minutes and turned around and came back.
Y'all, actually, can I say that I'm going to brag on myself for a second? This is one of the few moments.
Oh,
of me
it was a
actually being
romantic
sweet.
thing.
Yeah, it was actually one of my few sweet things. It was for an anniversary of me and my now wife. It was it wasn't our year. It was like our 6 month or something like that.
Oh,
and
cute.
Yeah, that was back when we actually counted 6 months and not years. That's when we were actually cute and we weren't old, leathery, gross bags. I take all that back. So that's why we went on that trip. But good. I was hoping you were going to say that because I'm definitely having some conversations with you.
No.
I'm bringing flashcards, a bunch of random topic ideas. We're going to have so much fun.
I'm bringing all the Enya.
I love it.
The perfect music in the background.
Honestly, though, road trips are just, when I think of my childhood, it's like synonymous with road trips. oftentimes when I think of family vacations, I don't actually think of the vacation. I just think of the road trip. Like that's all that pops into my mind, or just experiences I had with my family on the road.
Yep, I get it. How about this? Last thing I want to talk to you about road trips is this. Do you have a favorite car game?
Oh, favorite car game. We always play the license plate game. So I don't know how license plates are in your neck of the woods. Ours are 3 letters and then 3 numbers. So the game is this. You try and find every number combination, but you have to go sequentially. So you start and you try and find a license plate that has 000.
Whoa.
And then you try and find a license plate that has 001. And then forth. And you can go the opposite way. So you can start at 999 and come down. But that's the game. Is you look for license plates with the number as you're going
How far
along.
have you gotten in that?
I think I started at 000 and I went and I probably got to 300 something.
No way.
Yeah. It's a fun game, but it's hardcore.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure after that your eyes are like fried from all the focus that you were doing.
You don't just do it on the road though. You do it for like the whole trip. So you like say you get to a place and then you're at Target and you're just walking down and you're just scanning all the license plates, right?
Okay.
So it's not just the road. It's also like just for like the whole trip. That was like a silly game we used to play when we were kids. Of course, there's like Punch Bug, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know. They call it different things.
Yeah, no, that's what.
Is that what you guys call it?
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember.
Oh, we used to call it Volkswagen beat the shit out of each other.
I think they used to call it Slug Bug up here.
Slug Bug.
Like a Volkswagen Beetle.
It makes sense.
Bug.
It makes sense.
It sounds like the villain from Willy Wonka.
I think that's Slugworth.
Nah, I know.
Oh,
I know my Willy Wonka.
Well done. Steven, how about you? Do you have a favorite car game?
I don't really play games in the car. Maybe I'm lame. Like I don't know. The closest thing we ever did was we would count cows. So like you could only count the cows on your side of the road when we were like in like back country and stuff, and we would be riding through. And so it's a matter of like who had the most cows in their trip. Fun place to play that game, Africa.
Mm-hmm. Well, I was just imagining
there's
like
just cows in the road, so we have to fight over who gets to claim them.
I was imagining the complete opposite. I was imagining like you were playing that game and you just were like really young, so you didn't fully understand, and you're like in New York City. It's like, Mother, there are no cows here.
That's how I spoke as a child.
Yeah, it was really interesting. He grew out of it.
It was a phase.
Right. Well, it's really between 2 games. I went back and forth. One is the name game. And I don't know if you've ever played the name game or not, but Steven, I'm sure you've played it with me because I usually force people to play it in the car.
Like Chris, Bo, Bis, Banana, Fana,
No.
That's what I thought too.
No. So let's say like someone picks a name. So let's say I'll pick Stephen Pappas. And so Eric, you would have to pick a name that starts, the first name starts with the first letter of Stephen's last name. So you have P. So you might say
Peter.
Peter Andrews, I don't know, just someone random. So then I would have, or Steve would have to do with someone that starts with an A, and we go back and forth that way. But if someone says a double name, like Peter Pettigrew, for instance, from Harry Potter, then it switches the other direction. And so you're trying to get each other. My favorite part is when you're able to go back and forth. Like there's a lot of double R's or a lot of double S's or something like that. And so you're able to go back and forth quite a bit. And you're trying to see who can win in the battle. So I really like that game. And the other game I really like is kind of a variation of your license plate game that you're talking about, Eric, where it's pretty much just the alphabet, where everyone is trying to race to get to Z. And the way it works is any word that starts with the letter A and you call it, then you get to go to the next letter and find a letter or a word that starts with B, and everyone else has to keep trying to find another one with A, and you're racing the whole entire time. The only problem is once you've done a word, no one else can use it. And so that's why you can't just say, if someone says exit when they have E, then no one else can use exit, so it makes it harder. And it's a really, really fun game, and it starts getting really competitive at the end when like someone gets like 4 ahead of you, but then they get stuck on like X, and so you're able to catch up, and so it's like a big race, and it's just it's a whole lot of fun.
I need to try.
So y'all should try it. Yeah, you should try it. It's really good.
That's my next road trip experience for sure.
Perfect. Good. I promise you, it is a whole lot of fun.
I like how I'm sitting here, and maybe it's because I'm tired, but I'm sitting here just like, I just want to listen to music and hang out. Like,
Well, fine then. Steven, speaking of music, I think it's about that time. No response?
is it that time?
I mean, you must
Sorry,
be tired.
I
My
didn't know.
goodness, you just
I thought you were just going right into.
Oh,
hey, it's time.
I think that you just fell asleep. You were just. I was waiting for your response.
Sorry. Okay, it's time.
There we go. Thank you. That's better. Thank you. Well, Eric, congratulations. You're now able to finally play a game with us. I know for anyone who has listened, they understand how much I love games and how I'm always excited to have a new person join me. Well, this one is not so much a new game as it is a fan favorite, so to speak. And by fan favorite, my wife likes it. So it's more Chris's wife's favorite, and I don't even know if it's her favorite. I just know that she happens to like it. So with that, I wanted to try and think of something related to you, Eric. And I didn't know that you're in Canada, or I would have picked something more Canada inspired.
Okay.
But
Bryan Adams.
Bryan Adams. Justin Bieber is technically from Canada. Not technically.
He is from Canada. Yes.
Celine Dion. There's so many people I could have chosen.
Nickelback. We also have to claim them.
Don't own that. Don't own that.
Yeah, you might not want to own that one. But that being said, I wanted to pick something based off of just the fact that you said you know nothing is the whole part of your the whole core of your podcast, and so I wanted to make you feel like you knew what was going on at this show. And so
I love it.
That way, I picked a well-known song because it's time once again, Eric, for Rad Libs.
Oh my gosh, this is like
ready?
the happiest moment of my life. Move over wedding. Move over birth of my child. Rad Libs is here to stay. This is the greatest.
I just imagine you're like the birth of your child. Go, I shall name it Rad Libs.
And since you know nothing, we will actually be doing the Game of Thrones theme song, so the lyrics will be pretty easy to replace.
Okay.
No. I see. The part of the whole thing is you don't know what it is. Neither does Steven. This is just my dirty little secret. Don't know why I made it that weird.
It's All American Rejects' dirty little secret.
Yeah, I know. I realize that's what it was probably. So. With that, we're going to get started. For anyone who is new to the show, what I do is I take a very popular song from some time throughout song history, which is pretty broad, and then I just take out random words and ask our contestants to just fill in new ones in its place. Then I'll re-sing it and see if we can take this song back to the charts in 2017. Eric, Steven, are you ready for Rad Libs?
I was born ready for this. Seriously.
I'm excited.
I
Move over,
so.
Eric's family. Here we go. So, Eric, since I think this works out well for you, actually, because this is the perfect representation of you right now, and that is I want a very strongly felt emotion.
I'm going to go with joy.
Joy. Hey.
Joy.
Yeah,
that is what I'm feeling right now.
Okay. Perfect. I think that's great. I like it because this grammatically, it doesn't make sense, but that's even better. Sometimes those are the best ones.
Oh, no.
No. That's 100% my fault. And so I actually like it better when it's that way. All right. So, Steven, you are up. Let's see here. Something that you do every day.
There's a lot of things I do every day.
Well, you can pick any of them.
I'm going to go eat.
Solid.
Wow. The creativity that must have gone through your brain to come up with such a powerful
What do you want,
word.
Chris? Do you want shit? Is that what you want?
I kind of do, actually.
Okay, then yes, shit. But it has to be you. You have to say
fine.
that word,
That's fine.
not poop.
That's fine. All right. All right. Let's see here. Hey, Eric, why don't you give me a skill that you'd really like to learn?
Juggling. Insta skill.
I mean,
one
wow,
in
that
the
didn't take you
holster.
long at all.
No,
All right,
I've thought a lot about that question.
Well, good. I'm glad. Steven, maybe you've thought a long time about this one. Can you describe to me an unforgivable act?
We do have the explicit tag, right?
Okay, let's be cautious now.
An unforgivable act.
Be as specific as you'd like.
As specific as I'd like?
Yeah.
Ooh, interesting. I'm going to say insulting Boy Meets World.
Yes. So much
good.
yes.
That's good. I like that one.
Yes.
All right, next one. Let's do this one. You know what? I think it's only fair that this fits you well, Eric. So I need you to name a location, any location.
Paris, France.
Oh, wow. I wasn't expecting Paris, France. I was expecting
So
somewhere
much
in Canada.
faster and better at this game.
he is really good at this game. It takes no time at all. All right, Steven, give me an elementary school insult. Just something that you would say during elementary school that'd be an insult.
Butt face.
Solid.
I like that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's do. All right, Eric, I want a verb that ends with ed.
Rowed. Like
Ro-
I rowed a boat. I rowed a canoe. ROWED.
Okay. I was like
WED.
I rowed my canoe.
Okay, road. Okay, road. Yeah, that works. Steven, give me a character trait that you have.
See, if I go stream of consciousness, it's a much more filthy song, so I have to actually think of things. Character trait that I have.
That's filthy?
Oh, yes, Chris.
Some
yes.
secrets I'm not aware of.
Oh, I think you're very aware.
Mr. Gray,
no.
I didn't know that you were here on the
Character
podcast.
trait that I don't know. I'll be honest. Loyalty.
Oh, I like that. Okay. All right. How about this, Eric? Name me something embarrassing to leave at an ex's place.
Embarrassing to leave. Obviously, you got to go underwear. I mean, that's a layup, right?
Underpants.
Yeah, that would underwear or underpants. Which one would you prefer?
I'll say underwear.
Okay, that's good.
Sorry, I was quoting Boy Meets World.
All right, Steven, give me an emotion.
An emotion, just arousal.
Oh God, that works. To a level that I was not prepared.
Love you.
All right. How about Eric? Why don't you give me a type of movement, whatever that means to you?
Thrust.
Yes, it's happening. It's all unraveling.
It slowly is. Steven, give me an
quickly.
amount of time.
3 minutes.
Okay. So specific. I like it. All right. Hey, I'm going to make the Canadian do this one. Eric, I need you to describe a way that you would try and hurt someone.
Three Stooges eye poke style. Classic. Eye poke.
Right.
You can just use eye poke.
Eye poke. Let's hear. No. I'm gonna do exactly what you said.
Okay.
Three Stooges eye poke.
Three Stooges eye poke style.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And then classic was the next word.
Steven, all right. Tell me a way that you might describe your lover. Just a real. That's an intimate question. No, you don't have to specifically your lover. Just in general, a way a person might describe their lover.
Unlucky. God. No, I will say this is so uncomfortable. Hi, Mom.
It doesn't have to be your lover, Stephen. Don't make me
How do
uncomfortable.
people describe? I don't like the way that we're using the term lover.
I know that's why I used it.
Sensual.
I like that a lot. All right. Eric, why don't you tell me something inappropriate to do at work? Something that is inappropriate to do at work.
Moon the boss.
Moon the boss.
The short-lived television sequel to Who's the Boss. It was terrible.
Some of this is working pretty well. Steven, give me a household item.
Immersion blender.
Hey, I like it. Well done. You know what? I often give you crap for not being specific enough, and
I'm gonna be real specific from now on.
And I know. I think that's why it's okay. All right, Eric, give me a collectible item.
Barry Bonds rookie card.
Okay.
I don't know how collectible it is, but yes, someone I'm
not
sure
anymore.
is collecting it.
Can I just tell you? Can I tell you that some of these, me trying to fit these like just syllables into a sentence, it's gonna be great. All right, Steven, how about I asked Eric this earlier? How about you? An action that you wish you could do. Just in some type of action that you wish that you could do.
My brother and me fan of me wants to say fushigi.
Yes, so good.
I don't wish I could do that though, because I'm not good at things like that. I'm gonna say that I wish I could. This should be easier than it is.
Well, yeah, I wasn't prepared for.
You know what I wish I could do, Chris? I wish
What?
I could vacuum well.
That actually is gonna fit very, very well. All right, we're getting close. We only have a couple more. Eric, give me a universal skill.
Tying your shoes.
I would have gone with peeing, but
I don't know if that's a skill. You're kind of bored. I guess you're.
oh, it's a skill when I'm doing it.
All right, Steven, and to end it up, something a loved one would do that you'd be proud of. And you can't say Moon the boss. That's already been taken.
Oh, dang it.
Also, don't say vacuum well. Unless
Damn.
you really just want
You're
to.
taking all my answers. Something a loved one would do that I would be proud of. You know what I'd be really proud of?
What?
If one of my loved ones won the Nobel Prize in astronomy.
Y'all are giving me very little time spacing for this.
Love you.
All right. I think that we've got it. Let me just let me make sure, because some of these are, the spacing is weird because of how long some of these are. I think that we got it though. All right, here we go. So let me explain to you my thought process and what song I chose. Knowing that I don't know what type of music you listen to, Eric. So I wanted to try and find something that truly was classic, that it was universal, that has been around for so long that most people should feel comfortable knowing it. So
One Direction.
No. I decided to go much more old school than that, Stephen. I decided to bring out the old favorite, "I Will Survive" by Gloria Gaynor. I just, I thought it's inspirational. I thought that I thought it would be perfect for this, and so I'm going to attempt to sing this, and let's just see what happens. Are y'all ready?
Oh,
For this
I
next,
can already hear where some of these words are going, and I love
this
it.
next variation of "I Will Survive," or what we'll have to decide soon what it is. I think I know what it is, but here we go. At first I was afraid, I was joy. Kept thinking I could never shit without you by my side. But then I spent so many nights thinking how you insulted Boy Meets World, and I grew loyal, and I learned how to juggle, and so you're back from Paris, France. I just rode in to find you here with that arousal look upon your face. I should have changed that butt face look. I should have made you leave your underwear. If I would have known for just 3 minutes, you'd be back to bother me. Go on, go. Thrust out the door. Just turn around now, 'cause you're not sensual anymore. Weren't you the one who tried to Three Stooges I Poke Me style with immersion blender? God, did you think I'd crumble? No. Did you think I'd lay down and moon the boss? Oh, no, not I will vacuum well. Oh, as long as I know how to tie your shoes, I know I'll stay alive. I've got all my life to live, and I got all my Barry Bonds rookie cards to give, and I'll win the Nobel Prize in astronomy. I'll win the Nobel Prize in astronomy. Hey, hey.
Yay! Oh, that was
So
the
proud of you.
best. That was the best. That was so good. I love
Oh, no,
thrust
not
out the
I.
door.
I will vacuum well.
I love vacuum well. I loved it all. It was so good.
Oh my gosh. Seriously though, weren't you the one who tried to Three Stooges eye poke me with an immersion blender? That's serious an attack.
Yeah, that's rough. That's you could do hard time for that.
Oh, that's deadly.
Wow. And
Oh.
oh my gosh, some of those
I'm going
some
through
of
the
this stuff
same
worked
feeling.
really well.
I'm going through the same feeling that I go through every time we do one of those, and that is my jaw hurts from smiling.
Me too.
Well, I'll make sure to let everyone know that I'm trying to do a better job of posting our show notes now on our website. So I will make sure to include this week's Rad Lib. So if you want to try it out with your friends, you're more than welcome to do so. Just go to our website, isthisadultingpod.com, and it's going to be in the show notes. And I'm going to do a much better job of putting it in there for everyone. So
So good.
I hope that
Vacuum
you enjoyed.
I'm telling you, I don't know if I can think of a better car game than this. If you're going on a road trip, a little bit of
Yeah.
Rad Libs in your life, that would be awesome.
That is pretty good. That would be pretty good. Hey, by this point we have what? Is this the third or fourth that we've done?
This is definitely at least fourth because we did. What was the first one we did? Was with Nina. We did.
Nina?
Don't Stop Stroking.
Oh yeah, Don't Stop Stroking, and then we did Crack a Boom Boom.
Crack a Boom Boom and All My Fluff.
Yeah, All My Fluff, and so now it's I Will Vacuum Well. Is that what we're
I
calling
think
it?
it's I Will Vacuum Well.
Yeah, I kept thinking I could never shit without you by my side. How painful must that be, though? Seriously. Oh man.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Oh, the sadness. Well, speaking of music,
Yeah.
hey Eric, do you want to tell us what you want to talk about tonight?
Yeah.
What your topic is?
I would love to. So when I was first asked what we should talk about, immediately the thing that popped into my mind was we should talk about music, and not only just music that we like, but experiences that we've had with music. Like those times in your life when you've been listening to music and it has like just rocked you to the core. And the reason why it comes up is I have my degree in music from the University of Lethbridge. Go
Cool.
Pronghorns. And-
Pronghorns? What is that?
Excuse me?
Is that a
that a
musical
frog?
instrument? Or is
No.
that a type
look
of
it
frog?
up. A pronghorn is as a type of antelope native to Western Canada.
Prog? Spell
Prong,
this for us.
Pronghorn. P-R-O-G horn.
Horn.
I believe you're referring to Antilla capra americana, a species of artiodactyl mammal indigenous to the interior western and central North America.
There you go.
I'm sorry, Eric. I didn't notice it when you used its layman name. I only know it as the Antilla capra
Guys,
americana.
there's one, and he just looks so fun.
Right?
I want to look into this.
They have a
What-
big statue of it at the university.
Oh my
and-
gosh, is that not just a fun little creature?
Yeah. We don't have any sports teams, really. Our basketball team went 0 and whatever. I think it was like 18 they lost every single game the one year. So there's that. But
Go Pronghorns. I'm all about. I'm sorry. Actually, that's the incorrect name. Go. What is it called again? Antilla.
Oh, I believe that you're again referring to Antillocapra americana.
Of course. I was just testing your knowledge.
The species of artiodactyl mammal indigenous to interior western and central North America.
yeah,
I'm actually kind of sad. I'm kind of sad that we didn't have that word in our vocabulary during the Rad Lib, because I would like to have seen. I just wrote in to find you here with that Antillocapra americana look upon your face. Sorry, but keep going, Eric.
Yeah, so anyways, I have my degree in music, and music has become just a huge part of my life. And I just feel like I've had so many experiences in my life when I've been listening to music, and it's like just opened up my world. And so I kind of want to float out to you. I have a couple stories I can tell about when music changed my life. But I want to ask you guys, what are some of your times that music has changed your life? Maybe what's some of your favorite music? Let's just kind of do a dive into music.
Steven, you go first.
No, you go first.
No, I want you to share your story about. Are you going to share your iPod adventure that you did?
Oh, yeah, I can do that.
You need to, because it's such a cool thing.
Okay, so I had an iPod. I guess they call them iPod Classics now, even though iPods don't exist anymore. They're not making any more new iPods, which is weird. But I had an iPod Classic for years and years and years, and it held, I think it would hold like 30,000 songs or something. And I had roughly 6,500 songs on my iPod. And I came to realize like a lot of it I hadn't listened to in forever, and some of it I had put on my iPod, like music that I got or would get for free or whatever, and I realized I didn't know all the music on my iPod. There was stuff on there that probably needed to come off. There was stuff on there that I probably forgot that I loved, and I just didn't remember. So I decided to start a blog. And I've tried to find the blog entry, by the way, because it keeps reminding me on Facebook in my memories of like, hey, on this day. But the blog was left alone so long that it deleted itself.
Oh, no.
So I can't read them anymore. Stupid Tumblr. But I started a blog, and I started a song list, or at songs alphabetically. And I went from the very first song to the very last song in alphabetical order for 6,500 songs. And I was allowed, over the course of the time it took me to listen to the iPod, I was allowed 3 skips. So I had to strategically place the skips because I had like a 60-minute TED Talk type thing on there. And I knew I didn't want that. And so I strategically placed a few skips looking ahead at the song list. But other than that, I was not allowed to see what was coming next. And if I had multiple versions of a song, I had to listen to them. Nice. So for someone like me who has all the live albums and all the demo albums and everything of certain bands and artists like Ben Folds or the Avett Brothers, I heard the same song 5 or 6 times in a row sometimes. Yeah. And after I got done with each letter, I would write a blog post and talk about the 3 songs that I forgot how much I liked, the 3 songs that are the worst and that I'm going to delete, because I had to delete 3 songs per letter from the iPod, except for letters like X that had like 1 song. But I did that. It took me roughly, God, how long did that take me? 3-4 months?
I mean, yeah, it was, and you were like trying to find ways to get through it. You know what I'm saying? You were like, I'm just going to go and play video games for 4 hours so I can play video games and have this listening. Just, I mean, because think about how many ones he had that just started with the word "the." You know, like it was crazy. And I mean, I would
love.
Sometimes I would sit there with you and just kind of listen through some of them.
And here's the thing: is like, it's not the only reason I was doing it, but trying to get through that at a reasonable pace so that I could go back to listening to whatever I wanted.
Yeah.
Because I was not allowed to listen to any music outside of it either.
Oh yeah, that needs to be clue.
Yeah, I couldn't listen to anything outside of it. I couldn't listen to anything on the radio. I couldn't put the radio on. I had to listen to the iPod.
Well, hold on. Let's just clarify real fast. There's not a invisible Hunger Games like force that was forcing you. These were rules that you came up with, but you wanted to stay strict to them. So that's
right. Yeah, and I did.
Yeah, but you just kept saying I couldn't do any of this. They wouldn't let me. So I was making sure everyone knew what was going on.
Wow.
Yeah, and
I had a whip.
The main
that I
thing
stayed
I
around.
did. The main thing I did to get through it was I went to the gym.
Yeah.
And there were days I went to the gym 2 times a day. And I was just trying to get through. I would make sure I ran for a minimum of an hour just to get through an hour's worth of music. And I'll tell you, like, sometimes that was really easy because I'd hit a stint of songs that were great for running. And then sometimes I'd hit, like, Enya. It wasn't literally Enya, but I would hit, like...
I will remember you.
Essentially, I would hit like a stretch of songs like that, or like it would be like, you know, I did this in the spring, so it'd be like March, and all of a sudden like a Christmas song would come on. I'm like, oh,
brutal.
God, I hate this. And and one thing that I forgot to account a skip for is a track off of Let It Be. Okay, the album title is going to make Chris laugh. The album title was called Let It Be Naked. And it was the Let It Be album by the Beatles, but stripped down to just the acoustic track without all the backing tracks that they added. And there was a track on there called Fly on a Wall, and it was an 18.5-minute recording of them in the studio just talking. And I was trying to run to that, and it was miserable. But over the course of a year, between that challenge and eating better and running 7 days a week, I lost 115 pounds in a year.
Wow.
And the only downside to that is I ran 7 days a week. You can ask Chris. I ran 7 days a week, no breaks, 5 miles a day, and I never took a day off. And what did I do? I blew my knee out, finally, because I did it for like a year.
Wow.
Turns out you need a day off.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just imagining him running. And, like, he gets to that one track where it's just them talking. And it's like, he's like 8 minutes in. And he's just, hey, Ringo, you want a turkey sandwich or do you want a ham sandwich? And he's just like, how do I keep running?
What's it all for? There were many times that I almost gave up on that.
But you didn't.
But
that sounds like
I
quite
didn't.
the
I stuck to
experience,
it.
though. That sounds amazing. Like,
It was
want
cool
to try and do that.
Well, my next thing I want to do at some point, I don't know if I'll blog about it. Hey, listeners, if this sounds like something that you're interested in, please let me know. I have a shelf full of movies sitting on the other side of this room, and some of the movies I own, I have never seen. And so I'm considering working through my movies in alphabetical order the same way I did with the iPod and setting myself a time limit like 4 months or 6 months or whatever, and I have to get through them all in that amount of time. And I've thought about doing a blog and working my way through my movies just so that I've seen every movie that I own, because there are some movies I own that I've never seen. And so I just bought them because they were cheap and I've heard they're good. So
just let me know when you start that, and then I may accidentally slip in a few extra movies.
Well, I'll tell you, it's going to be hard when I get to the Star Wars prequels.
Ooh.
Oh, that is true.
That's going to be hard to sit through. Or the day where I'm like, you know what I'm going to do today? Today's the day I tackle Return of the King Extended Edition.
I'm gonna slip in Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck's cinematic thriller, Gigli, which is considered one of the top 5 worst movies of all time.
He probably already has it. Come on, Chris.
I do not have it, but if you would like to slip a really bad movie in there, Chris, you can just send me on over in the mix.
I knew it. I knew you were gonna say it. Don't look. We're gonna keep going. No reason to have fighting words when we have company over, right?
Ooh, that's right.
We'll talk about this later.
I wish I had the sound effect. Dang it. Anyway, but
yeah,
so,
I was literally going to get the sound effect out, and I realized I didn't have time, so I ruined it.
It's all right. Well, Eric, why don't you tell us an experience that you've had?
Sure. So I was actually thinking about it. I have like 2 stories, and they're both really similar. It hadn't clued into me that they're basically the same story until I was thinking about it today. But I think they're both really great. The first one I want to talk about is a band called The Tragically Hip. I don't know if either of you have heard of this band, but they're
I have.
Canadian icons,
Mm-hmm.
rock music icons, Canadian icons.
The
They're
lead
really
singer
big.
just passed away, didn't he?
Yeah, he just passed away.
That's what I thought.
So, growing up,
Are you, Chris?
I'm a fan of Canadian soccer, so many people have talked about the Tragically Hip over this past week, and
Yes.
it being in mourning. So
Gotcha.
I'm
It
in
is-
solidarity with my Canadian brothers and sisters.
that's right. It's a pretty big deal. And growing up, my brother was a really big Hip fan. He loved this band, and he bought a guitar, and my dad really did not like the fact that he just went out and bought this guitar. And so to kind of spite my dad, my brother kind of taught himself how to play guitar. And he taught himself how to play guitar with all of these Tragically Hip songs. And so my brother, who's 10 years older than me, him and I kind of have this bond through the Tragically Hip. So much so that they're not like my favorite band or anything, but he was off living in South Africa for a while, and they came to town. And me and my sister, who neither of us really love this band, felt like we had to go see them because
that's cool.
it is what my brother would want to do. And we went and we had a blast. Anyways, probably last year or 2 years ago, the lead singer was diagnosed with brain cancer, terminally ill. He had a couple months to live. So they decided that instead of wallowing in self-pity, that they would go on a nationwide tour, and sold a ton of shows out. And at the end, they did a show in their hometown, Kingston, Ontario, and it was broadcast on CBC. 3 hours, commercial free.
Whoa.
Like, think about it. CBC is our CBS or NBC.
Yeah.
Right.
None of those networks are doing 3 hours commercial free.
Yeah.
They actually did it twice because they re-aired it. And 11 million people watched it.
Whoa.
Which, to put that into context, there's 36 million people in Canada. So basically,
What?
a third of the population basically watched this concert.
Oh my gosh.
And
Hold on. There's 36 million people in Canada?
there's less than California.
Wow.
Yeah,
I
we're
did
pretty.
not know
That's
that.
so big.
I know it's the second biggest country in the world, but we're pretty spread out. Actually, it's like something crazy. Like 70% of the population lives within 2 hours of the border.
So if I were to have heard one Tragically Hip song, what would it have been?
Oh, that's so tough. Maybe Poets, or maybe I'm trying to think of their big songs. New Orleans is Sinking. That's probably their biggest song.
Maybe I put my hand up on my Tragically Hip, and I
When
dip,
I dip, you dip, we dip.
We tragically dip. No, sorry. I'm sorry.
No, I don't think that's one.
Too bad. They missed something with that.
Yeah. Honestly, though, if you're just a music fan, even if you're not like super into this band, I would recommend to go watch this concert because it is one of the most raw emotional experiences I've ever seen. As you watch a human being sing their last concert ever, it's a really beautiful thing. And then he passed away like last week, and that whole time, those 2 days, I just was thinking of my brother and how much of a connection we had through this music. And, music to me is really strong because it unites people, and it's how I have so many connections to people. And so I listened to my favorite Tragically Hip song, which is, it's a song called Escape is at Hand for the Traveling Man. And it's all about how they were touring and they met this band and they felt this kinship. They felt like they were just long lost friends. And of course, like everyone does, they shared phone numbers and said, "Oh, let's do coffee sometime. Let's meet up." They never got to do that because they're both traveling bands and busy. And a couple of years after they met, the lead singer of the one band committed suicide. And so the song is about kind of twofold. It's about having a connection through music and feeling like you've met someone and you bond through music and you've known them all your life. But it's also about taking those moments to reach out. And the line in there is, I guess I'm too slow. That's the line of the chorus. And just not putting it off and reaching out to people and being friendly and stuff. And so I listened to that a lot, and I just thought of my brother and this connection that we had through this music. And, I love music so much. I'm just really passionate about it. And, I was studying at university. I was studying history. And I just wasn't doing well in my history classes. Like, I wasn't getting it at all. And I was studying to become a history teacher. And I thought, well, I can't not do well at history and expect to be a teacher. And I ended up taking an art history class, like physical painting art. And my mind and my world was just expanded so much as I was looking at artwork that was painted during the time of the history that I was studying in my other class. And it opened up my world to like, oh, I get it. I get what these people were feeling, what these people were thinking, and how they were trying to communicate that. And then after that class, I was just like, well, I have more of a connection to music than I do art. And so I changed my major immediately because I just felt like anything that could open up my understanding of the world that much was worthy of me pursuing it academically. So
Yeah.
I'm just really passionate about music, and I feel like it's got so much power to reach out and to touch us and to bring us together. And at a time when I just feel like the whole world is divisive and divided, music has such a power to heal. And it doesn't matter who you are or what you believe or what race you are. You can find common ground in music. And so I think that's why I love it so much.
Yeah, that is kind of when you kind of mentioned some of this to Steven, and he kind of talked to me about what you were wanting to just spend some time reflecting on. It was almost difficult to try and pinpoint a specific moment, but more of just thinking of the word you used a second ago is exactly the word that I kept thinking of, and that is how healing music has been for me. I think about these last couple years that I've been in and how I've been dealing with anxiety and stress and self-doubt in a way that, to a level that I'd never really experienced before. And it's amazing. It's amazing how much music can say without saying as much as it does. Paragraphs can be literally nothing compared to just, a verse or a chorus of something, and there's something about that combination that's able to just speak to it. And I often find myself when I'm at my most anxious or most stressed, there's like certain types of music that I go to that help bring me a sense of calm in a time that feels very much like a storm, and I think how that has been the case, whether it is stress, whether it is about school, whether it is about me not feeling confident about what I want to do for my future and in a vocation of some sort, how it's healed and affected me in the midst of heartbreak, in the midst of missing those that I care about, how it's lifted me up in crazy ways and got me really excited, whether it's helped me work out when nothing else would, to even the deep spiritual connection that for me has been that has been so affected by music. It's something where so I don't listen to music nearly as much as I used to, and not intentionally. I think part of it is I try and listen to the podcast as well, and support people, and I enjoy that crap. But there are times where, as much as I love podcasts, I just have to go back to the thing that brings me the most peace. I mean, like, no joke. Like, literally, last night I found myself getting really just worked up over like a sport, a match of something I was watching, and I was so frustrated with myself because I knew the real reason why I was so stressed and anxious really had nothing to do with the game. This was just how my anxiety was like projecting out, and I was like so worked up that there was no way I was going to be able to go sleep. And I'm sitting there being like, what am I going to do? And so I tried turning on Minecraft, and it was kind of helping, but it wasn't really. And then so I just had to like turn on some music, and it was something I never even listened to before, and it was amazing how something I never heard provided exactly what I needed in that moment, you know? And I was able to, and then I was able to calm down and then eventually get to sleep. And it's just, there's something about the art of music that is more of a gift than I think many of us often realize, and we often kind of take for granted just because you can always hear it, you know?
Yeah, totally. Like, I want to say something because it kind of drives me crazy about the music world, and that's it. When I was younger, I used to always think there was a right and a wrong to music. You'll hear that a lot whenever you talk to people about music. It's like, I'll listen to anything but country. I'll listen to anything but rap. I'll listen to anything but this. I just want to like shake people and be like, look, it's like, you can have your preferences, and I certainly have my preferences. Like, don't get me wrong. But I think the joy in music came for me when I started realizing, like, when I can listen to a piece of music that is not necessarily my favorite and learn to appreciate it, that's when the real joy of music came out for me.
Sure.
To be able to like listen to something and be like, well, it's not really my style, but I love how they're doing this, or I love how this is working, or I love this lyric. And it's really just opened up my world of music. And so when you were doing the game, you said, I don't know what kind of music you listen to. I literally listen to like everything just because I try new things. And that's kind of part of my podcast. It comes back to my podcast. Hashtag shameless plug. But if you're out there, like, just try some new music. Try something that you never in a million years would listen to, and just give it a chance and find something redeeming about it.
Eric, can I just say that right now there is a single tear falling down the entire band of Nickelback saying,
I was going to say, except for Nickelback, though.
Someone has given us hope.
But see, I can't even find good things in Nickelback. Not really musically speaking. But do you want me to tell you some really interesting things about Nickelback?
Sure, why not? I love that you said I can find good things with Nickelback, and then they weren't able to see that, but Steven gave a look, and you said, "Well, not musically speaking." So
not really.
Please.
I mean, you have to give credit to Nickelback. They have found a formula that works. Somehow they have sold a ton of music. It's very formulaic. It's very patterned. But they found a formula, and they just pounded the crap out of it and made a ton of money. Like, I would sell my soul.
As much as we pick on Nickelback right now, all I can say is there's nothing more in this world that I would want than to be able to sit in a hot tub. And $20, one of them right now is in a hot tub that they own.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not financing that hot tub.
Okay, here's the thing. I own a hot tub, and I'm not rich. I'm poor as hell.
Well, I don't. So
it came with the house. It's literally empty.
So it's only a hot tub when the sun is shining
down on it. Yeah, it's really just a large piece of plastic that takes up my yard.
But I think you need to give them credit for that. At the very least.
I mean, they're millionaires.
I don't love their music really, particularly. Like I said, it's not really my
style. I don't know many who do.
Yeah. I just think they get a bad rap. I read a really interesting interview with Michael Bolton. Okay.
I'm listening.
First of all, he said how grateful he was that Nickelback has come along, because he's no longer the butt of all the
appreciate his music
all the crappy music jokes, right? But here you have a guy who's won Grammys, right? He's doing his thing. He's making his music, as you know. You say what you want about his music, and then all of a sudden he's like the butt of all these like, you write bad music jokes. You know what I mean? He's Grammy winning. You know, he's obviously got some talent.
You're right.
And so I was just sitting there reading this like, wow, like we as a society are just, I feel like sometimes we're just so hypercritical. And
That's fair.
Not because Nickelback doesn't suck, but just obviously they have a little talent, right?
Oh, I would like to very quickly give you the rundown of some of the worst bands of all time and their rankings by LA Weekly.
Okay.
And other articles that they're taking things from. Okay, so at number 18, we have Oasis of Wonderwall fame.
Number 18, wow.
Yeah, for more information, see the article Liam Gallagher on his brother Noel. I'd rather eat my own shit than be in a band with him again.
Oh, that's just sad.
It's too bad.
At number 17, we have Fish.
No, I love Fish.
These are not my opinions. These are the opinions of the people based on votes.
And this is
also see the article,
are...
Can an intelligent person like Fish?
I
this
enjoy
is pretty
Fish
aggressive.
a lot. Fish is a really complicated band, I feel like to really dive into
That's surprising to me. I feel like both of those bands so far are very well liked.
I'm scrolling down. Number 11, I will agree with this. Sorry, Tawny. Red Hot Chili Peppers. Not a fan.
I could take or leave them. There's certain songs that are okay, but I'm kind of whatever on them.
All right, we're into the top 10 now, y'all. Number 10, Pussycat Dolls.
Okay.
All right, we get out of here. Don't you wish your girlfriend was as hot as them? Yeah.
Okay, number 9. This list was obviously written by insane people because number 9 is Rush.
What?
Yeah.
What? No, see this.
Number 8 is Hootie and the Blowfish.
This list has lost all credibility. It is.
Yeah.
Just,
Hootie and the Blowfish. They can get out of here.
Just no.
Number
got
7
Hootie
is
and the
Pearl
Pussycat Dolls?
Jam.
Pearl Jam? No, this list is garbage. It's over.
Yeah. This
Number
is
6 is Black Eyed Peas.
Okay. I don't know. I don't.
They're not talented.
Where is the love, literally, for this group?
Number 4 is Animal Collective. Don't know what that is.
I am a chicken. I am a cow.
Number 4 is the Sex Pistols, so this list is wrong. Number 3 is LCD Sound System. Sure.
I'm another chick.
Okay, they can get the hell out of here. Number 2, worst band of all time, the Eagles.
No.
What?
I don't think you can make that argument with the songwriting.
And number 1, worst band of all time, according to this,
Nickelback. Obviously.
Dave Matthews Band.
Oh, really? See, there's.
I'm not a big Dave Matthews fan.
Nickelback's not even in the top 18. Interesting. Hey, I think it brings it back to the point that you were talking, Eric.
Yeah.
Hey, it's treasure is in the eye of the beholder.
Totally. And I think it's so funny because we talk about guilty pleasures when it comes to music a lot. You don't need to have a guilty pleasure. You don't need to feel guilty. I like ABBA. I love ABBA. They're like the best band from Sweden.
I get it.
I don't feel guilty about that.
You shouldn't.
I don't need to feel guilty. I don't need to justify myself to you. What are some of your guilty pleasures? Do you guys have guilty pleasures? Or I use that in quotation marks.
I'm not ashamed of my music, though. Like I went on Playlist podcast with Josh Hallmark and did an episode on guilty pleasures. And this is going to release before that, so I don't feel like I can necessarily say what they were. But both of the ones I picked, I was happy with. I'm not really ashamed of these. I guess I'll just pick what society would call the most embarrassing.
Bieber. I love Bieber, y'all.
There you go.
I don't love Bieber as a human being.
Yeah, I mean, how many times is that the case, though? You're disappointed in the person, but man, does he not make some club bouncers. I just want to get my what am I trying to say? My shoulders gyrating.
Well, you know this about me, and people are always like, really? I'm like, yes, I love Kanye.
Oh yeah,
I think Kanye has changed the hip hop game forever, but at the same time, don't like him as a person.
Could you argue that anyone who is in the hip hop game, or anyone who's in the country game, or anyone who's in any game, changes the game forever just by their mere existence of being in the game? Is that philosophical?
Real quick, while we're just hanging out, I found a list of some of the worst songs of the last 17 years.
Okay, well, let's not
18
go through the
years.
whole list because we're
No, we're not going
over.
to, but I need you to know that some of them on here I'm very much in support of and some I'm not. 1999, the thong song, You Can Get Out of Here, because that's a great song.
Yeah.
2000, I will agree, one of the worst songs ever written, and if you disagree with me, come at me. The Christmas Shoes.
These Christmas shoes said
Oh
I'm
my
gonna buy
God.
these shoes.
Oh,
I will
don't
say
you sing
this.
it.
I will.
For my
Let me explain the one thing about
please.
that song. I mean, it's kind of whatever, but damn, does it not have a power ballad?
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Here's
It's
the
one of
thing.
those
so
things-
Here's the
good.
thing.
The music
If
video.
I hear it at Christmas this year after losing a parent, you know
I
how
know.
pissed I'm going to be?
Yeah, I know. Like I said,
okay.
it's a depressing song. but
music
like I said-
video though. Have you
2000s.
seen that music video though?
No, I refuse to do
Tears.
anything
Oh,
that makes me
God.
have to listen to
Tears.
the song.
Man.
2000, Who Let the Dogs Out? I love the song, but I would agree it's probably one of the worst songs
It's
ever.
catchy though.
You're Beautiful by James Blunt. Again, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not.
My Humps by the Black Eyed Peas from 2005.
Hey, but you know what? Someone had to answer the age-old question of what are you going to do those humps? And someone did.
That's right.
So,
Someone
they did a service.
Baby by Justin Bieber.
What song?
Baby? Like baby,
That's
baby,
pretty
baby,
catchy. That's pretty catchy.
It's just because lyrically it's not good. Rockstar by Nickelback. I'll give them
that
that.
song's
That's,
that song's bad. That song is crummy for sure.
BuzzFeed wrote, if aliens came to Earth and asked why everyone hates Nickelback so much, this song would be the perfect explanation.
Yeah, I think so.
Miracles by the Insane Clown Posse. I would love to read you some of the lyrics from that song because they're famous, but I feel like
Nah.
we do have young listeners.
Nah.
And finally, Chris, two of the best songs of the last 17 years, and Chris and I agree on these. Friday by Rebecca Black.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And our personal favorite, Chris, if you remember this song, Allison Gold, One Hit Wonder, Chinese Food.
Oh god, that's a whole different one. We won't
Now,
even go
the
down there.
lyrics, by the way, if you don't know this song, everybody, the lyrics to the chorus are, I love Chinese food. You know that it's true. I love fried rice. I love noodles. I love chow mein. Chow mama mein.
And with that's it for Is This Adulting?
Probably forever.
Probably.
Um,
I'm
Yeah.
sorry I drove off all your listeners, but
Hey, no.
That's all right.
My-
what are you talking about?
my
This is
whole
good.
point is music is a beautiful thing. It unites us. It bonds us together. And
Agreed.
go listen to some music you've never listened to. I promise
Agreed.
it will change who you are. Listen to it in a way you've never listened to it. I love to listen to albums. I feel like artists that can speak through albums are just generally speaking better artists. So
Yep.
if you can find albums that really speak to you,
All right. Here's how we wrap it up. All three of us give one album for people to go and listen to that maybe isn't like the most popular thing ever, but that they should check out or that has resonated with you. Chris, you can't say anything by The Collection because that's a cop-out.
that's a good one. That is
Because
Okay.
the answer for
Okay.
both of us is The Collection, because The Collection, you should definitely check out both of The Collection's albums.
Yep.
But
I've got mine.
okay, go ahead.
Continuum by John Mayer.
okay.
It's just-
I,
it's
I
just
need an
an
explanation. I want to hear your breakdown.
It is just one of the most complete albums. Like, from the very first time I listened to it, I knew that I would love it till the day that I died, and I still listen to it all the time. It's just, I think it's just a combination of, I don't even know. I'm one of the weird people that I do listen to lyrics, but often it takes me many times of listening to the song before I really start diving in deeper. And just from the beginning, like, I mean, it really is just, sometimes it's not even about what it's about. It's just more about how it makes you feel. I mean, that's honestly how it is for me. It's one of my favorite albums of all time. And it's from a very complicated, not great man, but Continuum is an amazing album.
I love it. Perfect.
Steven?
Oh, me next?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This won't come as a shock to you, Chris, or a lot of people who know me very well. Everybody's going to laugh at me, but I don't care because it's something that still resonates with me on a huge level. Check out The Black Parade by My Chemical Romance if you've never listened to that album all the way through. Lyrically, it is stellar. Yes, it is little high school angsty emo kid music that I listen to, but I think it is lyrically mature in a lot of places. I think that some of my favorite songs are still on that album. The song Disenchanted is a legit great song that describes what it's like to be an outcast in high school and what it's like to really feel like you're never going to go anywhere in life. And it encompasses the emotions that I think so many people feel but don't admit to themselves or to others that they feel. So yeah, it's angsty high school music that I listen to, but that album has resonated with me over my life. I still listen to that album probably once a week because I love it. I love it so much. So The Black Parade, My Chemical Romance.
Nice. I love it. I am going to, I have so many. Can I just, I'll quickly shout out a few.
Sure. Nickelback. Just the Nickelback discography,
so
right?
I would say if you want like something that's really a tough listen, but is really going to stretch you, John Coltrane, A Love Supreme.
Oh, you beautiful man.
So good. It's jazz. It's dense. It's complicated. It tells the story of John Coltrane's addiction, him getting kicked out of Miles Davis's band, his kind of redemption story. It's beautiful. Beautiful album. But the one that I'm going to say is way less known, just because I want people to check out this artist. His name's Peter Katz, Katz, if you're Canadian, or Z for our American listeners. He is Canadian. He's from Ontario. His album is called Still Mine Still. He's a singer-songwriter and a good friend of mine. And this album has just gotten me through a lot of problems in my life. Whenever I'm feeling stressed or anxious or worried about something, this is my go-to album. It's a lot on the quieter side. He's a singer-songwriter, acoustic type. But he grapples with just writing an album. He had a friend that was dealing with mental illness, which I think is fitting for this podcast. And he didn't know what he could do to reach out. So as a songwriter, his go-to is, I'll just write songs. And he wrote this album. And the title track on it, Still Mine Still, is particularly for her. And it's just a really touching, beautiful song that has touched my soul a lot as I've seen him play it live and as I've listened to it. So definitely go check out that album. Peter Katz.
Nice.
Katz. He's got other albums that are amazing as well. But yeah, he's spectacular. So
cool. Steven, any more for you?
Any other albums? Well, right now, literally as we speak, I put John Coltrane's A Love Supreme on in the background in my headphones, and I'm listening to it while we talk. And God, I love it so much. Thank you for just putting that in my brain for tonight. Once I'm done with this, I'm going to record a bonus episode, and then I'm going to go like veg out to this.
Yeah.
And just relax. I love it so much. But a couple other albums for me. Emotionalism by the Avett Brothers. I think it's lyrically their strongest album, and it still sticks with me from the first time I heard it until now. Listen to it all the time. I'm going to chime in. Nobody here is shocked by this. If you're a new listener, hey, welcome to the club. Dear Evan Hansen soundtrack has done so much for me in the way I view myself and my illness and suicide and different things that I've dealt with. It's incredible. And last but not least, if you're looking for laughs, y'all, Chris is probably going to be like, don't yell them out on our podcast. Sorry. If it had not been for an internet band called Ninja Sex Party, I would not have gotten through my breakdown and everything. They are filthy. They are vulgar. Do not let your children listen to them. Some of their songs might sound sexist. They're not. It's a satirical thing that they're doing. They are actually like the nicest, most legit human beings ever. But they play personas in this band. Kind of similar to the way The Lonely Island or Tenacious D does. And so it is straight up comedy. It's filthy. Nikki, don't let Parker listen to it. Don't do it. But for all you adults out there who want filthy, vulgar laughs, Ninja Sex Party, that's where you get it. Any album, preferably Strawberries and Cream.
Yeah, and sorry, I wasn't actually listening to that. I was also listening to another album in my headphones while you were talking, and that's Kids Bop Volume 12. It's probably the strongest one of the collection. So I just always find myself going back to that one time and time again. So yeah, sorry. Sorry for not listening there.
Do you have any, Chris?
The only other one I would say that I love and will continue to love is The Coloring Book by Chance the Rapper.
Oh, yes.
So that's the other one I would say to do. And yeah, like I said, Kids Bop Volume 12.
Yeah.
Okay, just Chris, in case you were wondering, songs that are 12? On Kids
I'm
Bop
actually
Volume
interested
12.
Since that's a random number I chose.
Girlfriend by Avril Lavigne.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
It's Not Over by Chris Daughtry.
Whoa, Volume 12 was that long ago?
Yep. Say It Right. What song is that? Who did that originally? Never Again. What Goes Around by Justin Timberlake.
What a strange thing for a bunch of children to sing.
Yeah, I know, right? Umbrella by Rihanna. Glamorous by Fergie. If Everyone Cared by Nickelback. How to Save a Life by The Fray. Makes Me Wonder by Maroon 5. Don't Matter by Akon.
Okay, can we pause? And then this is actually, I think, how we need to end.
Oh, Icebox.
I'm just making a realization that maybe we shouldn't have a bunch of kids sing a bunch of songs in unison, especially when most of them are probably highly sexual.
Oh, Makes Me Wonder has a lot of the F word in it, so it kind of shocks me that they made kids sing an edited. I wonder. Hold on, what is the words?
No, let's not.
No. I want to know what they replace it.
Why
with.
don't you look at that in your own time, and we'll and everyone else just go listen to some Kids Bop. And Steven, let's get out of here.
Do I have to?
Yeah, because you're going to be on this road for a while, I imagine, and some of us have to go to Sleepy. Sleepy? What? I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Oh, it really makes me wonder if I ever gave a thought about you. That makes grammatical sense. Anyway, if you'd like to send us a topic for discussion or a mental health check-in, or you have anything else on your mind, as I always say, we're not professionals, but you can send that to us over at isthisadultingpod@gmail.com.
You can also follow us on Twitter at @isthis_adulting. You can find us over on Facebook, either our Facebook page, or if you want to join our Facebook group, which is a really great community to be a part of, that is the Is This Adulting Best Friends. And finally, if you can continue to spread the word by subscribing and rating and reviewing us wherever it is you get your podcast.
All right, we are a part of the Orbital Jigsaw Podcast Network. You can find our show as well as others at orbitaljigsaw.com. Please consider clicking the Support the Show tab on our website, isthisadultingpod.com. If you like what you hear, you can support us on Patreon at a monthly level or a one-time donation via PayPal. And there's tons of cool exclusive content that you get in return for your support on Patreon. I'm actually off to record a bonus episode after this that will come out on Halloween, so that's exciting. We would like to thank the collection for the use of our theme music, The Borrowers, off their album Ars Moriendi. Eric, thanks so much for coming on the show.
Thanks for having me. It was my pleasure. Seriously, you guys
awesome.
are a gas, as they say over the pond.
Ooh, a gas. Ooh. I like that.
It makes me sound fancy. Does it? I don't know.
Or it makes it sound like you've just tooted. Either way, I approve.
Can I say something, though?
Sure.
Eric Garner.
Yes.
You are the holder of the record for the longest episode of Is This Adulting. We are right at about 2 hours.
Oh, my gosh. I'd like to thank the Academy. I'd like to thank the Hand of the Pod. I'd like to thank... there's just so many people to thank. Play the music to walk me off, please.
You've all been a gas.
Okay, that was me playing you off.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, no, thanks. I hope you had fun. And do you want to remind everybody real quick where they can find you on the internet?
Yeah, sure. So KnowNothingPodcast.com is the easiest place to check us out. Website's got tons of show notes. Occasionally I write a companion blog for some of our episodes. Like for the poetry episode, you can go read my poem that I wrote, as well as my guest poem and a couple other people that sent in poems. You can also follow us on Twitter, Know Nothing Pod, or check us out on Facebook, Know Nothing Podcast. So that's the easiest place to find us. We're on all the podcasting apps, so check us out for sure.
Woo. All right. Well, thanks again. And that's going to do it for us here on Is This Adulting this week. I've been your best friend, Steven.
And I've been your best friend, Chris.
And I've been your best friend, Eric.
And remember, kids, be happy, stay healthy, and go hug someone.
Because you never know. You may have just been so nice to that person that they may have mistaken you as their new Canadian girlfriend. Don't break their heart.
Oh, I love it.
Eric, I think you know that pain, don't you?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Perfect. Thanks for wrapping that up for us.
You're
Bye.
welcome.
Have a good week.